We're fine. Don't worry about it. You're good. I'm up. I'm up. We're up. We're up. Featuring Triton Splatoon, aka UCSD Esports versus. Another kill from Jordan. That's 2 down. There goes the armor. Both sides pop armor. You see some rain from Triton. UCSD just trying to hold still and just push. Finally, it's really aggressive and takes out the face shade. We see Nico in mid trying to keep mid control here. Velocity has picked up their pity. They might look to get something going here. DRF with a nice kill with the try from coming in from their left elbow. Looking to push against the bamboo there. It's a tap on him. Dynamo comes in to help. UCSD just trying to create some space, try to regain that mid control. Velocity does have a couple specials up. They push in with missiles, a rush, armor. 3 go down on the side of UCSD, and there's the wipe. There goes their ball, and now Velocity is pushing in with quick precision. They broke the barrier, and now they're going to start chucking in clams. They have to be careful though with that bamboo approaching their plat. We see missiles. And not much has happened there. Velocity's push. They were only just able to break that barrier. That was a very good defensive stop from UCSD there. That could have been much worse given the wipe. Monster Drone pops that armor to help his team, but that bamboo just takes him right out. 2 down on the side of Velocity, but they do get a pick. They have to back up here due to the rain from the CDS. They're facing a lot of pressure in their bunker. One goes down on the side of UCSD. We see a splashdown, trying to force the bamboo back into their bunker. 2 go down again on the side of Velocity. 2 down on the side of UCSD as well. They're just trying to keep a neutral game right here. There's only 45 seconds left. Velocity is going to have to get a couple picks here and get a push going. We do see Velocity trying to regain some ground in mid. We do see a Booyah come out from the side of UCSD. Some rain, hopefully to gain back that ground. There's only 25 seconds left. We do see a special on the side of Velocity. One goes down, that's Splash, that's a crucial pick. We see missiles come out from Velocity. We see armor, we see them move in. Oh no, but UCSD wipes! That's a huge kill, and they start tossing in those clams. And there goes the lead. Wow. All that happened so quickly. Just a couple specials from Velocity went online, and all of a sudden we see UCSD just fall down like a ton of bricks. That was a really tough game for Velocity, and I'm surprised they were able to finally make that comeback. And anyway, sorry for the late stream startup, but welcome everyone. You just saw the first round of LUTI, the first match of this matchup here, UCSD versus Velocity. 2 Div 4 teams in Group B. UCSD Esports being one of the few official college teams representing the Splatoon community. Velocity, a very strong pickup with some very key notable players in Div 4 here. UCSD is coming off of a big win from last week against, in loving memory of EXO, which has been a notorious team known to be very powerful and was most likely going to be a Div 3 team. Velocity has not played their first week matchup against Twisted Time, however, so we still have yet to gauge what this matchup is going to be like. However, they did have a strong showing just now against UCSD Esports. Triton will have to definitely think of a way to improve their defenses here, as Velocity had just completely wiped them in the final push in overtime in a Clam Blitz match where they should have won. They are my favorite team, so I will hype them up a bit, but I gotta dish out the criticism when it's due. They did have a solid, strong push at the start, and they did keep good neutral and mid control, but that wipe at the end was just brutal. And now we're going to move on to Zone Skipper. I feel like UCSD here is going to be really strong. They are just from the way that they play, they are very paint-heavy, very fast-paced, very aggressive team overall. I feel like this will definitely play into their advantage here. I could definitely see Mofugami picking up his usual CDS here. Very, very good for dropping down and just getting a couple kills. I can easily see Totorobot running some support with his Inzap. Monster John, I could see him coming out with a Splash-O-Matic. Neo Splash probably for Rush against a really big zone like Skipper. This will be a very interesting matchup now that I think the teams kind of gauged each other a bit. I can easily see this whole matchup being this will go past 5 games for sure. I can easily see that happening here. Alright, we're waiting for everyone to ready up. And here we go. Second matchup here on Skipper Zones. A very brutal map where lockouts are crucial. Maintaining bottom control versus top control here. Ooh, we see an Aerospray NG coming out from the side of Velocity. From UCSD, Splash-O-Matic, Roller, CDS, and Zap. Just about what I suspected. We see Monster John just charging into the zone. Good start for UCSD. We do see specials coming out from the side of Velocity. Ooh, a couple of Tritons go down there. The Velocity gains control now. Very neutral play as of now. No team has total dominance here. We do see a Rush on the side of Velocity, taking back control of the zone here. Lots of back and forth here. There's no clear determination. Oh, we do see a couple. Never mind. All of a sudden, UCSD Esports takes down 3 of Velocity, and now they have a lot of map control here. We see UCSD trying to split up, trying to cover the main entryways that Velocity can get back in. We do see missiles coming out on the side of Velocity. Rain from Mofugami, trying to put pressure there near Snipe. We do see 2 go down on the side of UCSD Esports. Looks like they're going to give up that zone. Mofugami trying to hold a key position here. They do seem to spot him though, so he has to be very careful here as he proceeds. K-Shot goes down on the side of Velocity here. Mofugami gets 2 clean kills there. That's going to be huge. That allows the rest of his team to move in. We see Nico on the side of Velocity trying to just maintain that pain control to help the Bamboo. Sends in a rush, put some pressure on UCSD. Gets a nice kill off that chip. Totorobot just trying to keep that zone maintained to get the lead. Pops an armor, allows his team to move in. Velocity responds with armor as well and sends in a rush after Totorobot. Oh gosh, my foot just fell asleep. This is such a tense game right now. USC just still able to hold on to the zone here as the clock keeps ticking down in UCSD's favor. But Velocity was just able to nab it at the nick of time before that timer just started to tick away to 0. That was a very good save by Velocity, and that allowed them more time to get back in and potentially set up for a lockout. We see Mana trying to push in, regain the zone with his teammates. They're starting to put on a little bit of pressure now. Setting 2 top, 2 bottom to cover those entryways. We do see Mofugami trying to break in a bit, put on some pressure. There's a lot of paint coming out of both sides here. Here comes another rush that put on a little bit too much pressure for Mofugami. Mana being the last one alive for Velocity, but gets shut down, and that's a wipe on the side of Velocity. Great response. UCSD coming back in after a lot of pressure set in by Velocity. We see at least 3 members of Velocity trying to come in from the top. Mofugami just trying to shark from behind, try to cover his teammate. The rush coming in, they're trying to regain back the zone, and just at the nick of time before that penalty disappeared. Mofugami gained some pressure, but with the help of a teammate was able to get not 1. Oh, the second was still alive. There we go. 2 down on the side of Velocity yet again. 3 down. And UCSD is sitting very pretty right now. Velocity is going to have to come up with something quick. They don't have to worry about the penalty anymore. The match is almost over. Able to get 1 special off. 5 seconds left. They were just able to gain control just at the nick of time. Oh, but only Mana is alive to handle the zone all by themselves. Do get a good clean up there. They got a jump it coming. But he's just about to go down. And they're starting to chip at it. And there's the match. That was a nice recovery from Triton after that previous game. That must have felt pretty brutal after just getting a wipe like that. I would feel pretty hurt if something like that happened. And bouncing back like that, a very strong performance from both Monster John and Mofugami, getting some really nice picks. I saw some nice double play dynamics there. Totorobot just holding everything in control. Really solid matchup there from everyone at UCSD. I would feel pretty good after a match like that. After several times when there were some really scary moments that Velocity had, they had some very good pushes back into the zone with the Bamboo rushing and armor and the missiles. That was really strong. They can easily play that in another zones matchup here. Alright, now we're moving on to Tower Control Sturgeon. Personally, this is one that I cannot stand. ITAP is just notorious for, like, this is one of our maps where we struggle. This is real Mr. Struggle hours here. But I feel like UCSD will have a fun time on this map. I can easily see Mofugami running around. I can easily see Totorobot just standing on tower, just pushing things ahead. I can easily see their dynamics coming out to play here. We'll wait for the host lobby to get things going here. Tied up one week 2 of LUTI. UCSD hasn't given up yet. They, as a college team, I'm sure they're pretty busy with exams like any other college team is, so LUTI season is pretty tough on that part. There's an extra commitment, there's extra time for it that you have to devote to. We see UCSD kind of running up pretty quickly. I'm very curious what they're going to run. They run very similar comps. Maybe a few tweaks here and there just to accommodate for the map and mode of their choosing. Probably take some time to talk strategy, maybe some lessons learned from the previous couple matches that they had. And both teams are ready to go. Up 1-1, UCSD Esports versus Velocity. Tower Control Sturgeon. Ooh, we see a very similar comp from UCSD Esports. Velocity brings 3 guns and a bamboo. That's pretty solid. We got a 2v2 in the middle of the slopes here. The Dynamo coming in, it's slamming down. We 2 down on the side of Velocity. Make that 3 down. Bamboo is soloing the tower here. UCSD putting out the special, starting our counter push of their own. A lot of Velocity players are cooped up by their window though, that's a little concerning. 1 goes down on the side of UCSD, 2 go down. 3. Velocity makes a solid stop here. Dynamo coming in to help out their teammate. Putting on pressure, they get a nice kill on the jump on the K-Pro. And they start to slowly inch back in again. Nice booyah coming out from the Dynamo. UCSD just chugging along here, putting a lot of pressure on Velocity here to respond. They take out a huge threat in the Dynamo, and 3 goes down on the side of UCSD Esports. They quickly swarm into mid, trying to take that mid control. Velocity starting to push with their own, putting on pressure on UCSD's window. Near the first checkpoint, we see a booyah come out on the side of Velocity. UCSD responds with another booyah of their own. 2 go down on the side of Velocity. Make that 3 now. And UCSD once again coming up with a good response. We've got a couple specials online here. Ooh, Mofugami goes down. We got 2 down on UCSD Esports. Monster John getting a little frisky here. Oh, but they don't see him though. They don't see him coming from behind. Is he able to make this flank work? No. That was a very risky call there. Velocity passes their first checkpoint. UCSD is looking in a bit of trouble here. Velocity takes the lead. They did not get past that second checkpoint though, which is huge. Excuse me, that third checkpoint. They're still trying to make a push here though. Velocity's still able to get some extra jumps in to keep the push going. UCSD has to be very careful here because, man, that tower slides like butter. They're able to fortunately take Velocity, a good wipe. But now they gotta work really hard here to get to that last checkpoint. Monster John putting on some pressure. Gets taken out by the K-Pro. Favorite weapon. Favorite weapon, best weapon. 3v2 situation outside of UCSD. 2 go down. That's going to delay their push a bit longer. They still have a little bit of time to make a response here and potentially come back on this. Dynamo has a special. Maybe they can make something out of this. They're going to continue to edge the tower forward. Specials are coming online. 3 down on the side of Velocity. That's huge. Again, this tower slides like butter on this map. I know from experience. Mofugami gets taken out. That tower is starting to slide along here. Are they able to get the lead? It's an all-out brawl for the tower right now. And Mofugami's just the last one able to reach at it. Oh, but it's not enough. That was so unbelievably close. Goodness. Velocity just narrowly takes a W on this one. They were just unable to follow through with that last push, and I keep saying that tower slides like butter on this map, but it just wasn't slick enough for UCSD. They just narrowly missed that push, and Mofugami being the last one just tried to chase the tower down, but it was just not enough. Alright, now we're up for our 4th match here. See some players that looks like being swapped out. But, man, that was just a really solid match. Like, very close. Down here. It's not over yet for UCSD. That was just a heart-wrenching loss. That just one more little inch and that tower would have slid on through and they would have taken the lead. Velocity having a really strong showing right here. I'm really impressed by them, just knowing much about them and just knowing that knowing a couple of their players and their experience in the community. This is a very strong showing from both teams, and I think both teams are going to learn some really valuable lessons out of this matchup. Alright, we got a couple swaps going here. Looks like the lobby is once again full to the brim with players and spectators. We'll be moving on now to Rainmaker Anchovy. Oh, this is a fun one. Let me tell you, iTap was practicing this map how many times this past week? We practiced this map 5 or 6 times. We replayed this map 5 or 6 times over the span of 2 different scrims this past week because of the seeding tournament that LUTI hosted. We pushed to 1, nearly knocking out the other team, and literally 30 seconds later our opponent just rushed us, wiped us twice, and knocked us out. We were so embarrassed and upset. We worked really hard on this map, so hopefully that won't happen to UCSD here today. I doubt it will, but I'm just gonna cross my fingers here. Alright, looks like we're waiting on some people to get ready up here. Some talking here from the other teams. Sorting out some issues and subs. Seeing DRF come in, I'm assuming he's going to run his usual tri-slosher. And I think the team dynamic is going to still stay relatively the same for UCSD Esports. Velocity is probably going to continue that with that very aggressive 3-gun and a bamboo comp, but I'm a little bit unsure since I'm not very familiar with them. But this is going to be a very fast-paced game. I could still see Arc running maybe a Dynamo here and a similar roller. Well, Dynamo seems really good here. It can easily own a plaid, own their plaid and just splash paint all around. That'll be very useful for keeping that paint control, putting on a lot of pressure. I can easily see both teams running very similar comp. Alright, just a few more seconds here as teams are wrapping up their weapon choices, their gear choices, their fashion choices. And we'll get the next round going. This series is not over yet. Velocity may be leading here, but this is a very tight matchup. Alright, Anchovy Rainmaker. Oh, very interesting. Whoa, I did not expect that comp from Velocity. I have to take a look at this. Okay, I like it. Keishin Jr., K-Gal, Nautilus. Very aggressive. I really like the Nautilus pick here with the Junior. Very nice combination there. UCSD running Dapples. I did not expect that. Very aggressive comp from UCSD. We do see the Nautilus go down here, got pushed a little bit too far, and now it's just the Junior left on the side of Velocity. He's just left all alone trying to defend this whole thing. He does get a nice bomb kill there on Arc. Another kill against Mofugami. He's effectively holding this whole defense together. He does get taken down here, unfortunately. USD looking to Shark, maybe get a couple extra picks off of this. DRF with a nice clean kill against the K-Gal, not suspecting a single thing. It looks like they're going to continue this push. They still have control of their plat here. DRF just shoving it into Velocity's base here as they try to clean things back up here. Ooh, the Dapple is almost getting a clean kill on the Nautilus there. That would have been a little scary. 3 down on the side of UCSD. That's not good for a very defensive response here. Monster John just held on long enough to keep control of their fan. And now UCSD swarms in, stops the push in its tracks. DRF takes out one, but he gets taken out by the Keishin. UCSD has control of their fan again. Velocity has their own control of their fan, and now we're kind of more of a neutral state once again. Mortargate a little aggressive, trying to sneak a kill here on the Dapples. Oh no, that's Mofugami. That put on some good pressure because now UCSD's 3 down. DRF drops. Oh, that was unfortunate. Now that's a wipe. 2 go down on the side of Velocity. Mofugami gained some clean kills there. Those 2 kills were very crucial. And now Velocity wiped themselves. Mofugami at least gained several kills and effectively halting that push. All on his own. UCSD looking to respond here. The Rainmaker gets taken out. UCSD looking to continue the push a bit. But they have to be careful. Velocity has 2 specials online. The Dapple's trying to rush. Gets a clean kill. Looks like they're going to let the Remaker set. DRF just looking for some paint control again in right court. Monster John holding onto that fan. We do see armor fading on the side of Velocity. We do see some specials popping off. The K-Gal is down. We do see a couple specials though for Velocity. But Arc comes in, gets a nice kill on the knot there. UCSD once again looking for another push. 2 go down on the side of UCSD. Excuse me, Velocity here. Colors. The knot trying to hold its ground here, trying to put on a little bit of pressure on the Rainmaker. We see some rain coming out from the CDS. We see a few more specials popping under the pressure of the paint. The Nautilus drops. I don't think that was purposeful. He gets a clean kill on the Tri-Slosher, but gets taken out by Monster John. Monster John also goes down. Armor's popped, and they swarm in on the Rainmaker. That was some solid defense from Velocity. That could have been a lot worse. We see Mordo with his Keishin putting on some pressure on that fan, trying to make some room with the help of the K-Gal. That's a very nice play, actually. I really like that. Oh, that was a really good play for Velocity. Double teaming like that. And that was a very successful play, too. Yielded them 3 kills. Try to help the Rainmaker get up. Monster John was just able to miss the Rainmaker. Velocity takes the lead. UCSD swarmed in on the Rainmaker, takes him out. And UCSD is in a really tough spot right now. There's only 10 seconds left in this match. Oh, I like this backup here from Mordo. I think they're making the call to let them take it and let them play. Try to get that out of there. UCSD in a really tight spot here. UCSD doing a good job trying to push back Velocity to make room with whatever overtime push they can muster up. Oh, but the Nautilus was just hidden by their window and they did not see it coming. I just mentioned it as it was happening live, but the moment I saw that double team with the K-Gal and the Keishin on UCSD's fan, I knew that was a good push. Taking control of fan is huge in this map, as I've come to learn. And if you do not have control of that, your opponent is going to run up on you. And Velocity did a fantastic job of such. The K-Gal supporting the Keishin, allowing it to go in, and then the K-Gal following up with the Booyah to put on more pressure, stay further back. And then it just all fell apart. That was a really tough match for UCSD. I'll be curious how they're going to answer some of those problems that they ran into during that match. They had their own solid push, but it just wasn't enough. And we see a few more swaps. We see Totorobot coming in. We'll see another swap from Velocity as well. And we'll move on to our next map. Splat Zone's Mako Mart. I say Mako Mart. I know people say Mako Mart. I say Mako. We see Jordan come back, and I believe Jordan plays that bamboo, which I think will be a very crucial weapon pick for Velocity to keep control of their stack. This is another map mode combo where positioning is key, is what I think. Same with Anchovy Rainmaker, or just Anchovy in general. The fans you have to hold on to. The stacks you have to hold on to in Mako Mart. These are very crucial key positions that both teams are going to have to really focus in on, because if one gives up their stacks, that's going to be allowing the other team to go full rain on them. Reminder for everyone to drink water. Hydrate or dihydrate. Water is very important, especially when commentating. Both teams readied up pretty quickly, so I'm assuming we'll see some very similar comps to what we've seen before from both teams. I do see that bamboo pick from Jordan. That's a very good call. I agree with it personally. And 3 guns from Velocity like we've seen before. UCSD also picking up similar from what they've done before. And we'll see how this plays out for both teams. You already see armor coming up from Velocity, but UCSD already has control. We'll see how long that holds out. Mofugami getting a clean pick on Armored K-Pro. Nice double team here with Mofugami. They were just unable to get the kill. There's that pressure on that stack again. A clean trade from Mofugami. They still have control of the zone, and the ticker's already almost is down to 50. A lead for UCSD. Velocity regains that control. Looking to put on some pressure with a few more specials. Once again, that stack control is key when it comes to holding well, and we see a lot of pressure on these stacks already. Mofugami getting a clean kill on the junior, tries to put on pressure onto the zone. The armor certainly helps. Another kill. Mofugami just pick after pick here. Mofugami getting really aggressive, trying to move in on the rail. Takes down Mauna with a very risky kill there. And that penalty ticker is almost down to 0. We see a couple specials coming online from Velocity. Nico trying to run up here against Mofugami, gets a nice clean kill. But the penalty marker is over, and now the ticker is just going down. They have to regain that control. Velocity does, though without the Splashmatic being taken down. We'll see this stack control playing a crucial part into the pressure on that zone. Nico looking to sneak a pick here. Drops down. Mofugami trying to fight his way out of this, but with the help of Nico's teammates, he was unable to get out of that one. But in that meantime, they neglected the zone, and now it's 3 down on the side of Velocity. I don't know if picking that fight was worth it. That penalty marker is once again ticking down. Two down on the side of UCSD, and Velocity looking to regain control with this Booyah Bomb and the missiles. And they're just not quite able to just yet. Now they're able to. Mofugami gets a clean kill on the unsuspecting bamboo. Putting some pressure on the K-Pro, it looks like. Mofugami holding onto Velocity's stack here is very big. It'll be much harder for them to get in. They would need the bamboo to put in some work, but the bamboo is already down. That penalty marker is ticking once again. It's only a matter of time before Velocity is going to have to rush in again and try to pull something out. Several Velocity members are dropping in. They're trying to regain control of their stack. But DRF holding on to it, getting a couple of clean picks, and there it is. Well done, UCSD. Well done. That was a very solid showing, very solid performance from UCSD here. Mofugami gained some really clean kills here, really helped, and swapping around those stacks, particularly DRF and Mofugami taking control of those stacks, are very crucial. And I was hoping the Bamboo on the side of Velocity would be able to handle that, perhaps, maybe support some of his teammates, just trying to regain that stack, because it's so crucial to hold on to. It's one of the big entryways to get back into the zone, but there was just too many kills. There was a lot of pressure coming out from Monster John and from Mofugami that it was just really hard to get back in. Alright, 5 matches have been played already. UCSD is down 2-3 in week 2 of LUTI Season 11. This matchup isn't over, folks. We're going to see a very intense match here coming up. Clan Blitz Inkblot, a staple in the competitive community map lists. Alright, I don't see Totorobot here. Arc is taking his place. I believe that's all the swaps for now. With Arc coming into play, I'm guessing the swap will be to the Dynamo now. There'll be a lot of paint control to, again, hold on to stacks. This is another map for me when I see a pillar of the high ground. The high ground is key, and those holding onto those stacks are key in order to get those pushes in onto the opposing team's plat here, to get into the basket. I'll be very curious how both teams are going to play this out. There's a lot of pressure now to make its way in here. Velocity is all ready to go. Jordan is still in, so I'm still assuming a Bamboo is in play. Maybe similar comp to the last few times. 3 guns and a Bamboo, which is very viable. It works out really well for them. It's just, I think, some of the coordination and some of the taking key positions back is pretty important for this matchup here for Velocity. UCSD, I think, do just need to find ways for Mofugami to get it in and start causing havoc at their opponent's basket. See how this goes. Oh, we see a Nautilus coming in, though. I do like that. With junior support, that'll be very huge. On the side of UCSD, we see CDS, KGAO, Tri, Dynamo. Very standard and typical for UCSD to pull. But we already see Armor out in the first 15 seconds. On the side of Velocity. Ooh, that was a really unfortunate kill there on the side of UCSD. Mofugami going down early is going to be hard. The junior is already putting on a lot of pressure. Look at this overhead, and we can already see Velocity has a lot of map control in mid, so they could start making something out of it. The Bamboo is already approaching their plat. Some nice assists and some great kills, and that all of a sudden, how the tables have turned. UCSD just, I don't know what happened there. They got a couple clean picks, and all of a sudden, Velocity just wiped. Now they're on the defensive. We see Arc try to put on as much pressure and much paint pressure as they can. The KGAO goes down as well. Now UCSD is a bit staggered, and we can already see a little bit of pressure here. DRF sneaks in from behind, coming in from their bats, and there's a jump. I forgot he was still over there. And it looks like Velocity forgot as well. Now Velocity has to rush back in. Thankfully, they were able to stop it, but goodness, that was really unsuspecting. Even I forgot that DRF was still over there. I was distracted by the others. See Velocity juggling some balls here, trying to make some moves, regain some mid control, get a couple specials online to start making a push. We see the nice Inkjet armor combo gets a nice kill on DRF. And they start to slowly seep into UCSD's base here. The bamboo goes down. 2 go down on the side of Velocity. That's not good. They might lose a crucial ball here that they'll need for another push. Mana pulls out some missiles here to try to slow down UCSD. Mofugami putting on some pressure, helping his teammates out, getting a nice kill. Nice assist. 3v3 on both sides, looking to hold the neutral ground here. Nice kill on Mofugami. By Mofugami, excuse me. And this is a very, very stalled out match right now. Both teams are, I feel like they're a little afraid to make some moves. 2 go down on the side of Velocity. That allows Mofugami to enter in. And now here comes the Clams. We see a couple jumps coming in into their plat. One coming up through Slick. I hear a Booyah. That's going to put on a lot of pressure, and here comes the Clams. All the way knocked down to 6. That is a huge push on the side of UCSD. They should feel pretty proud on that. Those 2 kills on the side of Velocity were crucial. Ron looking to head back in. Velocity Clams trying to scramble up a push. There's only a minute left. Mana getting really aggressive here, breaking the barrier. Not many specials to push in with though. The junior goes down. And UCSD's trying to hold on strong here. And that push looks to be ineffective here. Only breaking the clam basket and getting a few extra clams in. Now Velocity has to reset and start all over again. Mofugami holding on to left stack here, putting on some pressure on Slick. Crushing the bamboo just a little bit. He backs up though. UCSD tried to weigh their options, perhaps playing it a little bit more on the defensive foot just to make sure. Mofugami tossing away some clams, that's a good call. Preventing the other team from gathering up any extra clams, and he just happens to be the last one alive. But Velocity did not happen to have a ball with them. That was a very funny play from Mofugami, and teams, I think, even need to utilize that little cheesy strat a bit more often. Preventing the other team from collecting any extra clams that they just so happen to run across. That's huge. That was another good showing from UCSD. They got 2 really solid pushes in, based off of just a few quick opportunities that aren't that serious. I mean, only 2 went down on the side of Velocity, but UCSD quickly took advantage of that and just moved in and got a huge push out of it. Almost a knockout, for goodness sakes. That was a really nice showing for them. And now it's all tied up, 3-3. Velocity a little bit on the backhand here on a 2-game losing streak here in this LUTI matchup. We do see Totorobot coming in place of DRF. Interesting pick here. And now we'll be moving on to our next matchup. TC Starfish. I could definitely see the swap here. Now this is where things are going to get really intense for these last few matches. Both teams tied 3-3, exchanging wins and losses. This is a very evenly matched up session of matches here. These games are nothing to sneeze at. Both of these teams are really competitive. They're about at the same skill level to each other, honestly. So I honestly can't figure out who's going to come up on top of this one. I'm always rooting for UCSD, but I would not be surprised if Velocity is able to just snag a couple wins away from them with these remaining maps here. Taking a look ahead, after TC Starfish, we have Splat Zones on the Reef and Rainmaker Snapper. We have seen some really strong performances on UCSD on Splat Zones in particular, so this might be a good opportunity for them to snag a very crucial win away from Velocity. The other maps are very iffy though, they could go either way. Tower Control Starfish, we'll just have to wait and see. Whoever gets control of Snipe, whoever gets that buttery slick tower rolling, we'll see. We see the K-Sheen returning here on the side of Velocity. And a very similar comp from Triton from before. You see both teams moving in pretty quickly. These flanks here are going to be crucial on both teams to take control. K-Sheen already calls out the flanks here from Mofugami. Very nice eye on that. Mofugami's still feeling pretty frisky here. He's already on their snipe. This is very well coordinated on the side of UCSD. They already got control of a very crucial checkpoint here. Mofugami already heading into their spawn. Very aggressive. I like it. We see a couple of specials coming out from UCSD. Already done with the first checkpoint. Armor pushing in. A Booyah. Hopefully to cover this next upcoming checkpoint. 2 down on the side of Velocity, and this is not looking good. They do get another kill though. Oh, but it's 1v1 here. Dynamo's just about out of ink, but he's still able to hop onto the tower here. He does die to a very crucial bomb. UCSD is still looking to get jump sit, still looking to push that tower just a few more points. Those points will matter. It looks like Velocity is just able to get rid of them though. And now they're looking to gain back their street and push in the mid. Oh, hold on, Monster John! Hold up, he just came out of nowhere. Getting 2 clean kills here on the side of Velocity from mid. I did not see that coming. I didn't realize he was back in mid so quickly. Playing really well with these walls and really getting up in Velocity's face here. Gets another clean kill on Mana. 2 go down on the side of Velocity once again. And there goes the tower past that checkpoint. They're quickly approaching that last checkpoint here. A Booyah comes out to pressure them a bit. And now 1 checkpoint stands away from another knockout. Armor comes off, but it's just Mofugami left. Oh, that was really close by Velocity. Mofugami's still alive though, and he comes back onto the tower. Jumps are starting to come in. Mofugami goes down. And it looks like Velocity is able to take care of these remaining jumps. Oh boy, Monster John just cleaning up shop here. Those are some fantastic plays that I should have expected from him. We see Velocity try to regain back some of that control that they lost from two sequential pushes like that. We see a Booyah coming out trying to help that checkpoint. UCSD responds with the Booyah of their own. 1 goes down on each side. Junior falls. And now it looks like UCSD is about to halt the push. Monster John getting a little frisky. Gets a kill on the jump. Avoids the splashdown. Throws a Booyah of his own. Monster John is having a really good time with this cake out. I can tell. The man is just moving along here. Trying to create a flank here to put on a little bit of pressure. Gets the armor to help him. 2 down on the side of UCSD Esports, which is not a good sign for Monster John. And somehow he's still alive for some unknown reason there. Goodness, I don't know how he survived all that paint flying at him. UCSD seems to pincer Velocity a bit though, and the push is now over. Monster John already running up into their court here, trying to put on a bit of pressure. Already popping a Booyah to push them back even further. Goes down to the Keishin's Fizzy Bomb here, but he still caused a lot of damage, and all this time has been wasted here, and now there's only 45 seconds left in the match. Velocity is going to have to come up with something real quick here. Taking this Mofugami pick will be huge, but it looks like the Keishin had to back off. The Junior is down, and there's 30 seconds left. Mofugami has control of their attic here, but he does decide to back off in hopes of helping the defensive end here. Oh, it's just two down on the side of UCSD, which is not good here. Keishin putting on some pressure on Arc as he's trying to hold on to Snipe here with Dynamo. He does have a Booyah, so if he can time this right. Ooh, I'm not sure if I agree with that Booyah there. That was a very interesting Booyah from Arc there. I'll be curious how that's going to play out. If Velocity's going to punish this. They're starting to move in with the tower here. The Keishin's getting really aggressive on the grades, and the tower's starting to quickly slide. A couple specials from Velocity might be able to clutch. Oh, one go down, two go down. And that's it. Wow. That was really scary for UCSD. I thought for sure Velocity was going to follow up with that buttery tower and just slide right through. Wow. That was really scary for UCSD. First of all, I have to give massive props to Monster John. Those were some really frisky plays that I wouldn't be able to pull off for sure. So massive props to Monster John for pulling that off. Second, I think I can kind of see what happened at the end there for UCSD. I wasn't watching Velocity when they had their Booyah, but I personally thought that Arc threw his own Booyah bomb a little bit too soon. He was in a very disadvantaged position, trying to hide behind that wall on Snipe, all the while trying to throw off a Booyah when Velocity had one of their own. I understand the point of trying to throw it on the tower to scatter Velocity away from the tower, but Arc didn't really have any other players to support him if they were able to push off the tower. So I personally thought, just from my own experiences playing with Booyah very poorly and learning from those mistakes, I personally would have held that Booyah a bit longer so that way I can kind of play with that with my teammates. Because he didn't have many teammates to help him with that Booyah, to rush the tower with the Booyah, to just stop the push entirely and secure the win. I personally I could easily see why that Booyah, I can understand the panic there and the reason to let me get this Booyah out, let me stop them right here. They'll just run away from it. But the Velocity wisely had a Booyah of their own. Very, very good play. And they were able to continue the push because that Arc's Booyah was essentially just negated. Wow, that was a really intense match. Whew. But Velocity was very scary at the end there. The Keishin held a really good position on those grates with a splashdown ready. I am surprised that they did not take. I'm a little bit surprised that they were unable to finish that off. I know they were down by a huge amount, but it was prime positioning. I think just a couple of quick picks. They were really fortunate. UCSD was really fortunate in being able to stay alive just long enough to push them off the tower and stop them from getting past that last checkpoint. And now we're at the precipice here. UCSD is only one win away from securing their second LUTI win of the season. But they have a serious roadblock in the way with Velocity. Velocity is not going to give this up very easily. However, I will say, UCSD has had strong performances in each of their Splat Zones matchups here, if I can recall correctly, in Mako and in Skipper. They have some very strong showings here, so if anything, Velocity has a lot of trouble ahead of them with this upcoming matchup. Splat Zones, the Reef will be a very interesting dynamic because of the two zones. We have not seen that yet in this LUTI map list. So this will definitely come into play. I see Jose on Velocity coming into the lobby. I believe he plays the Nautilus here for Velocity, so that will be very interesting how this is going to play out. Again, with Splat Zones, I keep coming back to the same thought. There's going to be some key positions that both teams are going to be vying over in this entire matchup. That being the 2 trees on each side of the map, I personally think those are some very crucial points that both teams are going to be fighting off of. As well as, more importantly, bridge. That bridge is crucial to securing both sides of the zone. You're able to watch over both of them, and it's your one big entryway into your opponent's street, into your opponent's safe spots, I would say. Whoever has control of that bridge, most importantly, is going to have a much better time in this game. As someone who is rooting for UCSD personally, I believe they could have... I'm kind of seeing it play out here. I can easily see Arc holding onto the bridge with the Dynamo fairly easily and putting on some pressure. Monster John and Mofugami double teaming up, running around, throwing down rain, throwing down suction bomb rushes here, trying to hold on to the zone. I can see Totorobot just hanging back, generating armor, holding down one of the zones, just trucking in some bombs to gain some nice assists here. I can easily see this team rounding out and getting a good win. But I have to admit, Velocity, they are not going to give this up easily. They have been having some really strong showings. They could be really aggressive, and I've seen some of their double teams and some of their plays. They have some good strategies going on. Not be surprised to see some of them come to light here. Alright, this is game point match for UCSD. We see the 2 comps ahead, very similar to what UCSD has run in the past. Dynamo there. I predict Arc is going to be utilizing that a lot on the bridge. Interesting, I see a Soda. I like the Soda pick on the side of Velocity here. Totorobot goes down early in the first few seconds of the match. 2 go down on the side of UCSD. And Velocity already has control of the zones. Nico putting on some pressure here against Mofugami with the bombs here. Oh, he's getting double teamed there. That's really unfortunate. I don't know how Mofugami's going to get out of that. He does, with the help of armor. Some rain. And UCSD is coming in full force here with the specials. I don't know how Mofugami got out of that, but he's down now, unfortunately. I hear a Booyah come out, and thankfully UCSD just got enough control for that penalty. Ooh, 3 down on the side of UCSD Esports once again. Mofugami last one alive. This is a very sticky situation here. I could already foresee a knockout. A lockout, excuse me, not a knockout, because we don't know. We have 3 specials online on the side of Velocity here. We see missiles. Potential rush from the Soda. Mofugami getting really aggressive here against the armor. I'm very surprised by that drop. He's still alive though, looking to get a pick here with the help of Arc. They did take back control of the zones, which is good. We see a Booyah from Arc. Ooh, but Mofugami gets picked off by the bamboo. Jordan has had a very solid showing here tonight. Or this afternoon, excuse me. But UCSD somehow able to get the zones back, oddly enough, even though it feels like, when you take a look at the map, Velocity has a lot of map control. We do see Arc putting on a lot of pressure on the bamboo, just trying to stay him away. Here comes the burst bomb rush, and Velocity quickly takes back control. We swarm in here. Man, this is a really big back and forth match right now. Mofugami goes down on each side. You see a suction rush from, I'm assuming, Monster John here. That's going to stall the push a little bit longer here. Once again, UCSD taking back control, tacking on another penalty here on Velocity. We see armor come out. Velocity looking to regain control of bridge. Mofugami trying to stop that progress. Mofugami getting taken back here by the armor and the bombs. Still alive nonetheless. The Junior goes down. Great pick on the side of UCSD. Mofugami putting on some pressure on their street here, but has to back up just to missiles. UCSD just able to regain control and just able to take the lead. We'll see how much longer they can hold on to that. Monster John goes down. Arc goes down. Mofugami cleans up though. Mofugami has to be a bit careful here, I'll admit. Jose playing really well off of this. Ooh, here comes a really nice pincer off of Velocity here, trying to tackle Mofugami. Jordan putting on some pressure on Totorobot here. I don't know if he's gonna get out of that. Ooh, Mofugami getting pincered here. That was not good. UCSD still has control of the zone. Oh, but here's an interesting thing. 3 go down on the side of Velocity. Oh, Jose picks up a really nice pick. But Arc finishes him off. A nice booyah onto their car from Arc here. And that penalty just about disappeared, and now UCSD is on its way. Armor and Inkjet comes up. Nice combo from Velocity here. A very nice trade, but Mofugami's just the last one alive once again. That penalty marker for Velocity is about to disappear here in just a moment, and there's only... My goodness, these matches just fly by. There's only 45 seconds left in this match. And Velocity is just at the back end here. We're almost at game point match here. 2 go down on the side of UCSD. Dynamo's getting a lot of pressure from the Soda. He's able to just back away at the nick of time, but UCSD is very staggered right now. And Velocity takes back the lead. There's only 25 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Mofugami trying to make some plays on the K-shot here. Arc throwing off a Booyah to regain control of the zone. But he just goes down to the Soda. And we're running out of time here. I don't know what's going to get there first. Mofugami desperately painting the zone. They're just able to regain it. Velocity fighting for their lives here at this point. Huge penalty marker, but now UCSD just has to try to hold on to this and make one of the strongest defensive holds of the whole series here. That penalty marker is just about to disappear, but here comes the armor. Here comes the Inkjet combo as well. Mofugami trying to help Monster John put off the pressure. 2 go down on this side of UCSD. There goes one zone. Arc trying to gain back the control of the other zone. 1 goes down on the side. The Junior falls into the zone. Are they able to get it back in time? They're just not able to get it back in time. Oh no. See, I told you guys, Velocity would not go down without a fight. I'm telling you. They wouldn't let that slide so easily. I boasted about UCSD. They do really well on zones, but that Inkjet armor combo with the burst bomb rush was really solid. That was a really good pick on the side of Velocity. I gotta give them props for that. And now, oh my god, the series is tied 4-4. Oh my gosh. Wow, what a series. I'm in shock right now. I did not expect... Wow. I'll be curious what both teams are going to decide here for comps, because this is game point match for both teams, and it's all going to come down to Rainmaker Snapper. Oh goodness. Alright, we see a swap coming out, so it looks like Totorobot is going to get swapped in for DRF. I'm not quite sure if Velocity is going to make a swap here. I really like that decision from Velocity to play with those specials. That was a really good decision. That really played off well for them, controlling those 2 zones. And UCSD, I felt they were very scattered that last match. Mofugami was taking a lot of 1v1s. He did have a nice 2v1 with Monster John at one point, but they were very much more scattered, a little bit more... Yeah, more scattered brand in this matchup than before. Probably because of the pressure of knowing that game, set, match was in their grasps. But they can't let this run away from them. This is our moment here. I'm rooting for my favorite college team here. They can come up from this. Okay, I see Jordan and Jose in, so I can easily see Not and Bamboo coming out. Nico Mordo, I can see a couple of guns here, maybe a Junior. I'm not sure about a K-Pro, but I could definitely see maybe like a T-Tech or a K-Shot, something similar. But either way, this is a match you don't want to miss. Both teams are readying up pretty quickly. Just waiting on DRF here. Come on, David. I don't know which team is going to take this one. These are both two very competitive teams with very solid matchups here. These are some overall very close matches. It doesn't easily sway one team to another, which is why it's 4-4. Both teams rightfully played incredibly well today, had some really strong showings. I'll be curious how both teams are going to respond to this matchup here on Rainmaker Snapper. As the timer is running down, weapons have been chosen, fashion sense is on point, and now we're ready to go. This is game, point, set, match for either team. If we're talking about stakes, these are some real stakes right here. Oh, we see a jet squelcher on the side of Velocity. We have not seen that yet, but it's very fitting considering the map here and the mode. See the Nautilus as well. Or is that the K-Gal? The picture's a little blurry right now. UCSD looking to get the pop, but it's a little bit stalled right now. Nico pops that armor very early with that junior. We see a Ray coming out too. Nice combo here. Nico gets taken out from behind by DRF. Oh, excuse me, by Monster John. I thought that was a trade. Someone's flying around the map here. Monster John looking to stay alive in the midst of all the chaos. Gets a nice pick on Jordan. And 2 down already on the side of Velocity to make that 3 down. The Rainmaker has yet to be picked up at all. Monster John trying to move in. Trying to make room from his team. And here comes the push. Monster John really getting aggressive with the wall here. Gets a nice pick on the jet, which is huge. 2 to go down on the side of Velocity. UCSD is going to take advantage of that and start moving in. A nice booyah here on the side of Velocity, hopefully to try to slow it down. But oh my god, Monster John coming in from behind. Jordan just trying to stay back and get the kills, but Monster John is still in their base. Finally gets taken out here. Ark is trying to put on some pressure here, trying to keep this push alive, but he's going to get double team, triple team there, and that push gets shut down. I'm surprised that Velocity was able to hold that back to 70. With Monster John already running around by the Rainmaker podium like that, that could have been very scary for Velocity. We do see Mofugami from behind. There's a little bit of mispositioning here by UCSD. A very nice push coming off of Velocity here. I'm not quite sure if that's a good enough push, but 3 go down on the side of Velocity here, so that push is going to just come to a halt. A nice kill from Monster John there, trying to get the jump. You see UCSD starting to storm in the hills. Booyah coming out from Monster John. We do see the Junior go down, but we do see the Ray. They do get the lead. Fascinating. Even with that Ray, that was hard. Jose getting a nice couple picks here. UCSD wipes. I'm not sure if that's a... Thankfully, this map is very large and very long, so that wipe might have not mattered too much, but this is going to give Velocity a lot of room to work with. We already have a special for Velocity already to get going, but there's a trade to go down on the side of UCSD. 3 go down, and that's a wipe on UCSD. They're climbing up the wall. And there goes the lead. Velocity's just stopped short of the podium. And now Monster John is moving in, trying to get people out of their spawn, out of their base. That was almost a near knockout. Monster John trying to create some room here. We got 3 specials online for UCSD, but Mofugami goes down. I'm not quite sure where on the map. UCSD pops some armor. Ark is trying to make some room here, trying to get some paint on the ground. But he does get traded by Mordo here, the K-Gal. Oh my goodness, her mouth is running a mile a minute here. We do see Jordan coming out with the Ray once again, trying to stop any chance of a push coming out. DRF is getting really aggressive here, trying to make something happen. There's only a minute left here for UCSD to come out of this one. Jordan and a handful of teammates were able to stop DRF from causing any more trouble. 45 seconds left, the knot goes down. I hear a booyah coming off from Ark, it looks like, and now looks like UCSD is about to take the Rainmaker. If they're able to get rid of Jordan and that Stingray, that would be huge. Here comes Mordo with a booyah bomb of his own. 2 down on the side of UCSD, and there's only 20 seconds left in this match. And it's not looking good for UCSD. All their players are back alive, and the Jet is down, which is fortunate. Ark gets a really nice kill on the Nautilus there. A DRF takes the Rainmaker. It's only the K-Gal that's alive. The K-Gal gets the kill. Mofugami needs to get back to the Rainmaker fast. There's only 2 seconds left, and they're unable to pick it up in time. But oh my god, Monster Dot just narrowly missed picking it up. And there you have it, folks. In an incredibly tight LUTI Week 2 matchup, Velocity comes out, just narrowly comes out on top against my favorite college team, UCSD. Wow, what a performance by both teams. That was just absolutely amazing. Man, the wipe that allowed Velocity to just rush onto the podium like that was just too much for UCSD, and they were just unable to follow up after just a couple of trades, a couple of, 2 downers that just wasn't quite enough to respond to such a detrimental push. Nonetheless, UCSD put on an incredibly strong show. That it's no wonder why the whole thing went to 9 games. Both teams just gave it their all here. I have to give major props to both Velocity and UCSD for playing these matches here. And that does conclude this LUTI matchup. I want to thank all of you guys for stopping by and cheering on the best college team. My favorite college team, UCSD Esports. They'll be moving on to their 3rd LUTI matchup coming up next week here. So be on the lookout next week. They're playing against Tidal Wave next week. So that is a matchup you do not want to miss. Tidal Wave being a fan favorite of mine with the Magic 8 Ball on the squad. So that is going to be a really nice kind of mini matchup there. So be on the lookout for that here on twitch.tv/Triton Splatoon. Please be sure to return here next week for that upcoming LUTI matchup, because UCSD is not going anywhere for this LUTI season. I can definitely tell you that. Thank you so much for EJ and the rest of the UCSD crew for putting this on and for inviting me on board to commentate. My name is Mizuno, co-captain of ITAP. You can follow me on Twitter, listed up on the stream, MIZU_in0. And thank you all for coming out tonight. We'll catch you guys next week.